I'm installing an Easy Breathe Crawlspace ventilation system in this Crawlspace, and I'll be venting out through the rim joist. There's quite a few screws coming through the subfloor where I'm going to be working, so I'm going to cut them off with a pair of diagonal pliers. I want the top cone to be a little bit higher, so I'm going to cut down that top piece of plastic about an inch. I'll be using a plastic jigsaw blade. I'm going to attach the metal duct to the top cone, and I'll use this to mark the rim joists. Now I'm going to use a Spider 6-inch hole saw to cut through the rim joists. Because there's brick on the outside, I'm going to use a long masonry bit to create a pilot hole for my masonry hole saw to follow. I'm going to be using a Starrett diamond-coated hole saw to cut through the brick, and I'll follow the pilot hole that we created from the inside. Wear goggles and a dust mask and keep the hole saw cool by spraying it with water. Use slow to moderate speed as you're drilling through the brick. I push the solid duct through so I can hang my vent cover on it. Make sure you have it in the upright position. I'm going to push it onto the duct and then level it, and then hold it in place with the 4 screws they provided. I'm going to be using plastic anchors in the brick. Once you've screwed it in place, you can put caulk all the way around it. There's a wire that needs to be removed from the top of the chute. The smaller section of the chute sets on top of the base unit, and you're going to connect it with 4 screws. There's 2 screws on each side, and make sure that the bracket with the hole is towards the wall. This hole can be used to anchor the chute. The top cone attaches to the chute with 2 screws on both sides. Now you can trim down your solid or flexible duct to fit. Now you can attach it to the top cone and your vent cover. You can use caulk as an adhesive. The adapter plugs into the side of the base unit and you connect it to your low voltage wire. Attach your low voltage wire to the fan assembly. One side is marked positive, one side is marked negative. When the base unit turns on, the fan assembly will turn on, drawing conditioned air into the crawl space. Install your fan assembly on the opposite end of the crawl space from your Easy Breathe unit. You want the fans facing up and the louvers facing towards the main part of the crawl space or towards the Easy Breathe unit. I'm installing the fan assembly in line with 2 other vents upstairs, and I'm going to cut a hole that matches the inside dimensions of the fan assembly. I'm going to cut through the subfloor with a jigsaw, but I'm going to mark the 4 corners with a drill. I don't want to drill up through the carpeting upstairs, so I measured the depth and I marked it with tape so that I don't go through the carpet. If I drill through the carpet, I could potentially grab the fibers or the yarn and damage the carpet past where the vent cover will go. When a drill bit grabs the carpeting, it can damage a pretty large area very quickly. Once you have your 4 holes drilled, a wire hanger works well. Heat up the wire hanger and then you're just going to push it up through the holes and you'll be able to see exactly where your 4 corners are without damaging the carpet. Now I'm going to cut away the carpet with a utility knife. I like wearing cut-resistant gloves just in case you slip with the knife. A vent cover comes with your system, but I'm going to be purchasing a vent cover that will match the other vents in the room. Now you can screw your fan assembly into the subfloor. It has rubberized pads all along the edge. You can also add foam weather strip along the edge to reduce any vibration. Now you can hang all your low voltage wiring. I'm going to be using self-adhesive mounting clips. You can set the humidity level between 20 and 60% and it will automatically turn on and off. If you want continuous ventilation, turn the unit to 20% and set the fan between low and medium.